It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso right here on SABC3. I hope that you are all doing well. Thank you for choosing to start off your morning with us right here. Now, this week we have been sharing some great lockdown kitchen tips to get you through these tough times. And if you have a big family, then cooking in bulk is a great way to save, and utilizing your freezer to its full potential is absolutely crucial. We started on this yesterday, Chef Clem, but he's definitely here to give us more guidance on the 5 freezer commandments.
Right.
Let's take it from the top.
It was crazy. Literally from the time our segment ended yesterday,
Yes.
I started getting Instagram DMs, Facebook DMs,
Wow.
messages like crazy. So like you said this, can you explain it again? What do you mean? What about this? So what we're actually gonna do today is we're gonna redo the 5 commandments.
Okay.
But first I'm gonna go into detail with some other ingredients, how to actually freeze them.
All right.
Then at the end of the show, we're going live on Facebook. We're going to be answering all our viewers' questions that they have on freezer items.
Yes.
Or questions in general. Because
So-
apparently South Africans want to know right now what's
like
going
how
on.
to save, because there's no time to waste any food products. So these are essential tips that we need to know. So make sure to log on to our Facebook Live later on after the show. Now, Chef Clem, what are we starting with?
Right, so I'm going to go through all these ingredients, and at the end of it, I'm going to test you on those 5 kitchen commandments. Do you remember them?
Yes, let's remind me.
You can call a friend, and the friend is right here.
I'll
It's
call
okay.
all of them.
Okay, let's start with some specific ingredients. Let's start with meat first, because that's the biggest question I got yesterday. What about my meats? How do I actually freeze them correctly to last long? And if you freeze it correctly, you can have them last 6 months to a year in your freezer.
What?
Right, absolutely, but it's a preparation before it goes into the freezer that counts. So when you buy your meat, a lot of it comes vacuum packed like this already, which is a saving grace. Vacuum packed meats freeze really well because it's removed all the air. Air is your enemy when it comes to freezing.
So
Not for us, we need the air.
So, for example, if I'm buying chicken, but it's covered in that plastic wrap,
I got a solution for you.
Please.
Okay, so what I do is I take it out the plastic wrap, and I normally buy the Woolies 12-pack portion, and then I divide it into the portions that I want. So I normally take it into packs of 6. Then this is the large freezer bag. You can see over here, we've got the medium and we've got the small.
Yes.
So I'll portion it in here, I'll write the date on there, what it is, put the meat in the bottom, and I kind of squeeze out as much air as I can, and then seal the zip on the top. That's a good job, that's fine. You don't just stress about getting a vacuum pack machine. If you have a vacuum pack machine,
Great.
surprisingly, people do. I'm like, where did you get that from? I don't have one. So use your vacuum pack machine and use that. It will literally last, like I said, from 6 months to even longer.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Like, I never knew that meat could last that long.
Absolutely. These are golden. These are golden. These are great. So get these, please label what it is that you're putting in there.
Yes.
Because some things in the freezer can kind of be like, they all look the same after a while. You'd be like, what's this?
Is this chicken? Is it mince?
Exactly. So use your label marker and label what's in there. Cool. That's your meat story. And again, very important yesterday, when you thaw your meat out, thaw it out completely. Cameraman Pete came to me this morning, he said he made a chicken curry last night, and he made sure his chicken was thawed out to the bone.
To the T.
Exactly, and there's a reason for that.
Yes.
Bacteria, undercooking your meat, sometimes you don't want to do that. Salmonella, all those type of things, you don't want that,
Yes.
right?
And also one thing that you said yesterday with meat is that once you've thawed it out, you have to cook it fully and eat it.
We
so
don't
restore.
Yes, we don't double dip and we don't double thaw.
Yes, that's
Yes,
the
you've
one.
been paying attention.
Yay!
Okay, while we're actually on the freezer bag, I'm gonna give you one quick hack on the freezer bag. So I kept my ice cream out here because obviously you can freeze ice cream.
Yes.
But if you want to make your ice cream last longer in the freezer, use a big freezer bag. You get those ice crystals on the top?
Yes.
And that just happens when you've frozen your ice cream for a little too long. If you actually put your whole ice cream tub
The
in
container as
the
well.
whole container, inside a large freezer bag, seal it up and freeze it, you won't get the ice crystals in your ice cream. It'll be smooth and creamy and soft like you bought it yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Okay, guys, I'm here all week. I'm here all week.
That's going to be
I'm here all-
helpful, okay?
It's a game changer.
Wow,
It's a game
Clem,
changer.
yes.
Okay. Right here, I've got some beautiful stock that Nicole made for us. It's a beef Herbie stock.
Okay.
Stock, you normally make it a big batch, right? So you want to kind of preserve it for as long as you can. So I divide it into like liters, and again, into a freezer bag, and I write exactly what it is in there. And then I seal it up and put it into the freezer. Don't freeze a large batch of stock. You're gonna have to, every time you have to use it, you have to thaw out the whole lot.
That's true.
You're gonna waste it. It's gonna go off.
So it's better to use the smaller packets.
It is. And again, just label it on there. Beef stock in the freezer and the date, boom, and you're done. Very important with stocks. Same goes for soups. Soups and stocks, that's exactly what you do.
I never knew you could even store soup. And
That's why I'm here.
That's exactly why we're here, and I'm taking mental notes.
Okay.
I'm seeing an ice tray.
An ice tray. Let's talk
That's
about the ice
interesting.
tray, because when it comes to herbs and your soft, like herbs specifically, they go off very quickly because it's a leaf, you know, and as
Yes.
you cut it, it starts wilting. Herbs, all you have to do is chop up, fill your ice cube tray with the herbs, then take a little bit of water, add that to that, or like I used to use olive oil, and then you freeze it. What'll happen is oil always takes on flavor. So if you're freezing your herbs with your oil, you're infusing that herb flavor into your oil. It's gonna last in your freezer for, make it now and use it like next year. It won't go off.
What?
And then every time you're busy making a stew or a soup, you pop out one of those little herby ice cube things
cubey.
into your stew.
Voila!
Voila!
Mind blown.
Okay.
This is a life changer. I love it.
Next one, we just made these pancakes.
Yeah.
All right? So if you make like a large batch of pancakes, all you have to do is just like let them cool out on the counter. Once it's cool, pop them in a big Ziploc bag in the freezer.
No,
Done.
not pancakes.
Pancakes.
What?
Yes, and then you take them out, let them come to room temperature. You can pop it in the microwave if you want. It'll come to temperature like in a minute or so. It's crazy. It's
Do
insane.
they not like become soggy after you
No.
defrost them?
No, it keeps the. And again, these Ziploc bags, these zip tie bags, are your best friend when it comes to the freezer. That and your Tupperware. But yes, pancakes
Top two
in
and
the
not
bag, freezer, you're done. Same goes for things like quiches, okay? Ours is already frozen because we bought it ahead of time. Again, as you buy it, it's already chilled. Pop it into the freezer. I was gonna say when you get guests, no one's getting guests right now. But we're at home when you need a quick lunch because you're working from home. Take your quiche out in the morning, pop it in the oven a little later just to warm through. These are best served at room temperature. That's all it is. And it lasts again in your freezer for months.
Wow.
All right, what haven't we done? We spoke about the, okay, things you should not.
Yes, that's very important.
Tomatoes. Okay, so what do you do with it? So you slice them in half, pop them in an oven at about 120, and you dry your tomatoes out. This was a big question.
In the oven?
In the oven. Someone asked me yesterday, but what do I do with my tomatoes now because I've got so many? Because we spoke about it yesterday.
Yes.
The solution, dry them out in the oven, put them in a jar, olive oil, bit of garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, oven-dried tomatoes, and they last as well.
In the freezer.
No,
Instead
no,
of just-
you can pop it in the freezer. If you actually, yes, you can put it in the freezer. It'll dry out and last in the freezer forever. Or just keep it in the jar of oil on your counter, you know, in your food. Yeah.
Chef Clem!
Woo, it's a lot.
I love it.
It's a lot.
But it's actually very simple if you think about
Yeah.
it. And it's at most vital importance for us to actually start saving now, especially during these lockdown
Yes.
periods. You are still here on our Facebook Live after
Yeah,
the break.
exactly.
So please make sure to keep those questions going and flowing, and he's going to be here to answer all of them. Once again, thank you so much for these essential tips. So make sure, if you want all of these tips, make sure to head on over to taste.co.za.
And my cell phone number is, oh wait, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Are
no.
you single?
Yes, I'm engaged. Lady, I'm just joking. Megan at
sorry,
home.
You can't get his number, everybody. Right now, though, it's time for us to head back into those oh so important news headlines with Uncle Tabsy.